Okay, given that f of x exists, I've got to find f double dash of x, so that means I'm going to have to differentiate it twice. So f dash of x equals, I don't like it first, I'm going to rearrange this. That is 8x cubed and then plus x to the minus 3, because the minus sign, I often think of that minus sign being the over. It uses it up. So x to the minus 3 is 1 over x cubed. Now I can differentiate that. 3x 24, x power decreases, and then minus 3 times 1 is minus 3x, and we're differentiating so the power decreases. Minus 3 take away 1 is minus 4. That wasn't what it wanted, so I want f double dash of x. That would be 24 times 2 is 48x, and then minus 4 times minus 3 makes plus 12x, differentiating so the power decreases, minus 5. And I cannot understand how they can give me 5 marks for that, but they do. Part 2. I've got to solve the equation f of x, that's the top one here, equals minus 9. So I'm going to put it in this form here. So that gives me 8x cubed plus 1 over x cubed equals minus 9. What don't we like? We don't like the over x cubed, so let's get rid of that by timesing everything through by x cubed. That gives me 8x to the x cubed times x cubed, there'll be 6 of them, plus 1 obviously, because I'm vaporizing that, disappears, minus 9x cubed. It's going to be a quadratic, disguised quadratic. So I'm going to add 9x cubed to both sides. That gives me 8x to the power 6 plus 9x cubed plus 1 equals 0. And I think most people do the let y equals x cubed, and that means that y squared equals x to the power of 6. Most people do it this way, so I'll do it this way, and then I'll show you the quicker way afterwards. And so this gives me 8y squared plus 9y plus 1 equals 0. I'm hoping it's going to factorize. It's got to get 1 at the end, so it's got to be 1 and 1. Everything's plus, so the signs must be plus here. And I've got to get 9, I've got to get 8y, so it's obviously going to be 8y and y. And that equals 0. As always, my next word, you guessed it, either 8y plus 1 equals 0 or y plus 1 equals 0. So that says that 8y equals minus 1, so y equals minus an eighth, or y equals minus 1. But my question had just x's in it, it didn't have the y's, so I have to substitute this back in. So I'm going to go up to here and do those going. So I've got y equals x cubed, so therefore x cubed equals minus an eighth, or x cubed equals minus 1. So that means that x is cube root of minus 8 is minus a half, or x cube root of minus 1 is minus 1. So those are the things, and those are my two solutions. Now let's say I'll go back and do it the other way. If you don't want to do the let y equals, if you don't want to do that, you could just solve it straight away and say, okay, just factorize this straight from the things. It's got to be the numbers. It's got to give me 1, so it's got to be 1 and 1. I've got x cubed, so I'm going to have to get x cubed. I'm definitely going to want to have some x cubes in the front and some x cubes in this one here. I've got to get 8, so therefore it's going to give me, it's going to be 8 and 1, because that'll give me 8x to the power of 6 plus 8x cubed plus 1 more x cubed, which is 9x cubed, and then plus 1. That's what I wanted. Typical next word. Either 8x cubed plus 1 equals 0, or x cubed plus 1 equals 0, and that gives me that x cubed equals minus an eighth, or x cubed equals minus 1, and then we're exactly where we were there, but it's just so much quicker. Not everyone likes it, but that's question 10 and the whole paper done.